One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the place they call the Rock and the home of the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the UTSA Roadrunners, squaring off with another team from the map, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Golden Eagles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the back. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
The Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got it in the middle, it's Clark. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Roadrunners are flying down the field. The give to the left. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
To the air, it's McCown. Trying to beat the D deep. Touchdown, UTSA! And they have the first points of the game. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage moving down the field to score that opening series.
From the gun, the ground game. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looking to throw, it's Braxton. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's loose. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Now, on the third play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's moving out of the pocket. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now from inside the red zone. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Bringing it back. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Roadrunners. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. On the run, it's Gray. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Braxton. Here's the heat. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Handoff to the lone back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. To the ground, look back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6. Now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They feed him again. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to throw, it's McCown. Makes the grab. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The sure hands, it's McCoy. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the 1st down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Moves around to clear up the vision. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. Got him downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this 1st half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw. It's Braxton. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
With the catch, it's Gray.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Golden Eagles need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Metcalf. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Fires one high and deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. And the Golden Eagles moving quickly to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Golden Eagles have it with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. Buying some time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Lots of running room. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. He now has 72 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's McCown. Grabbed over the middle, it's McCoy. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Roadrunners come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, UTSA! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
Southern Mississippi, 7.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Heath. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Metcalf. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Braxton. Finds his man, it's Metcalf. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Golden Eagles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Look, I think you got to go somewhere else with that football. I mean, you just threw it right in to a bracketed receiver.
Yeah, I mean, double coverage, that's not the play you want to make. You want to find other avenues to make plays. Don't go for the guy with 2 on him. It seems pretty simple, but, man, a lot of times you have that go-to guy. That's the guy you want to force feed.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's McCown. Plucks it out of the air. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on first down from the 30. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Working that left side. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Here's the handoff. Moving past the 25. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Roadrunner.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And he tacks on the extra point. And the Roadrunners will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This drive from the 18-yard line. Going to the run to start this second half. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Golden Eagles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. Pocket breaking down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. This offense has it with really good field position. They're going to run it to the right. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a...
Touchdown, UT San Antonio. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Looking for a man. It's Braxton. Got a man in the middle. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Is a turnover on downs.
Running back searching for a hole. It's a seam wide open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snagged out of the air. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the air, it's McCown. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, UTSA! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Off play action on first down. Fires left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Wants to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Golden Eagles with the first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Bulldozes his way through. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. And the Golden Eagles want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Braxton. Under fire. Quarterback extends the play. He picks it up, still on his feet. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going to the running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Pulls it in, it's Peterson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. With the catch, it's Gray. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Finds his tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Caught over the middle. It's Metcalf. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Golden Eagles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Trying the left side. There he goes. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Scanning the field, it's Braxton. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
17.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They want that clock to run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Roadrunners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds a little space. It's a fumble. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Roadrunners are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Braxton. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it inside the 15. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Southern Mississippi, 24.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They took it right down to the wire, final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you worked so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, but to end on a high note is really good. And yes, Palmer, talking about those moments, the free vacation, the hotel, the new spot, the new things you get to do, the practice is fine, but extra time with your boys.
No doubt about it. Memories that will last a lifetime. The bowl experience is something today in the college football playoff that gets overlooked a lot, but it still means so much to these players. They worked so hard this offseason. You're right. It was a roller coaster of a season on the field, but they got the win here at the very end of the season to earn that trip.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.